Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to According to Leanie's first Christmas vlog. This is something new I'm trying, so I'm asking everybody just for a little bit of grace. I don't know how to edit well yet. Big shout out to Dot_, who worked with me for about 2.5 hours the other night trying to teach me to edit. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I'm so perfect at it that it won't need editing. That's a joke. Anyways, I've wanted to do this for 2 days. And I'm nervous, y'all. I'm nervous. But look, I mean, either people are going to love it or they're going to hate it. It's something that I've thought about doing for the last year. I wanted to do, I love Christmas. I love the holidays. I wanted to do something like this for a while. And so what a better time to try. Even though I am completely nervous, maybe it'll bomb. Maybe it won't bomb. Maybe some people will like it. Maybe some people will hate it. But if you know my channel, I do a lot of just real life stuff. It's just real life, you know? And so my Christmas vlogs are going to be real life. They're not going to be pretty little Pinterest-worthy, perfect videos like a lot of people can do. And hey, kudos to you for being able to do that. I can't do it. It's going to be the normal, according to Leanie way, which is the good, the bad, the ugly. And hopefully there's more good and hopefully there's more beautiful that you glean from this. So, backstory just a little bit. Welcome everybody for being here. If you have not been to my channel before, my name is Leanie from According to Leanie, and I do mainly lives. And so if you're interested in lives and just cutting up with a bunch of middle-aged women, for the most part, jump on there, check us out. We have a great time together. I have a co-host named Maggie. She is from the UK. I currently live in Indiana. I'm born, raised, married, divorced, Army. So I don't really call any place home as far as the states go because I've lived everywhere. I have 5 kids, 10 grandchildren. I am married and I live a pretty simple, quiet life until the kids and the grandkids need me. Then my life goes chaotic. I also have elderly parents who sometimes take up part of my life, which I'm happy to give to. They gave me their whole life. I'm happy to take care of the parents that I have left. So stick around, put your feet up, grab you a cup of coffee or tea, or I'm always doing coffee and tea, or I'm doing coffee and like today I'm doing Diet Coke, which I haven't had a Diet Coke in over a week. So I'm trying to wean myself off of that, but I'm always double fisting with coffee. There's coffee and something else at all times. I don't know why. That's who I am, but it's who I am. So we're going to start this one off with a little bit of cooking. Now, you may ask me, Leanie, why are we cooking at 12:12 a.m.? Here's the drill. Over the Thanksgiving holidays, carried around a over 30-pound grandchild on my hip for almost all day. All he wanted was his mammy. And y'all, I was loving it. I was eating that up. I'm not kidding you. Because he's one of the ones I don't get to see that often because his family lives in St. Louis. So I don't get to see him as often as I get to see all of my other grandchildren. And he is almost a year old. He'll be a year old on the 23rd of this month. And so I was just eating it up that he just wanted his mammy. So no matter how bad it hurt, I was in love with that. So the next day, I could barely walk. And as my subscribers will tell you, they know I have had a couple of back surgeries and I've got a bad back, and I try not to let it get in the way of what I'm doing, but sometimes it just does. And that's, I mean, what can you do, right? So, today, this is already Wednesday going into Thursday. I hurt my back on Friday, and then I re-injured it on Sunday, just going over railroad tracks, believe it or not, just jarred it again. And so today, early this morning, I went ahead and took a pain pill. And y'all, it knocked me out because I don't, I usually just alternate Tylenol and ibuprofen for my back. I don't like taking pain pills, but if it gets where I just cannot stand, sit, whatever, I take it. And so I'm trying to baby my back a little bit, and I took a pain pill and it knocked me out. And I felt so guilty because when I woke up, my husband was already home from work. He had already made himself something for dinner. Now listen, you're going to find out real quick about me. I don't like to cook. I've been cooking since I was 14 years old. I'm now 56 years old, and I just don't like to cook. It's just me and him here, but I feel guilty if I don't cook for him because my husband works very hard, and he keeps mama in shoes here. So I felt really, really bad. And he, for a couple days, has been asking me for some potato soup. And so that's what I'm cooking. I thought, you know what? While my back feels like I can stand up, I'm going to go ahead and make this soup, be on the ball, and make enough for the next 2 nights. And because, like I said, it's just him and I eating here. Make enough for the next 2 nights. And, if I have to take another pain pill, God forbid, and I'm knocked out, like, he's going to have dinner. So that's my plan. And sometimes I do this a lot. Like if I'm going to make a stew or a chili or a soup or anything like that, a lot of times I will make it the night before because everybody knows your stews, your chilies, your soups, all that tastes better the next day anyways. I don't know why. I kind of almost think that it's because we're eating leftovers and mama don't have to cook. But I also know that a lot of the spices that we put into those things don't pop open and spread all of their goodness into that stew or soup or chili or whatever until it has sat for a little while, right? So I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. I'm cooking for the next 2 days, and he's going to be so happy that he's getting his soup, his potato soup that he wanted. So let's get on to it. Normally, I wouldn't cook this much. Let me post down a little bit. Because, like I said, it's just he and I. But since I plan on cooking for the next 2 days, which is what I try to do with soups and stews and all that anyways, I used about 8 to 10 large russet potatoes, okay? I've already cut them up. I cut up a full onion. It is in there, okay? So all I add while that is cooking, you just want, for me, I cut up the potatoes in a couple of different sizes. Like some are chunks, some are diced, because for me, some people add like flour or cornstarch, right, to thicken it. I don't do that because I cook some of the potatoes down so that it thickens it itself, if that makes any sense. I don't know if y'all ever heard, but my grandma used to tell us all the time, like when we were boiling potatoes for whatever, right? She was like, don't you throw away that potato juice. Y'all, we had to freeze it because my grandma used to use it as a thickening for her other soups and for her gravies and stuff. I think that's a lost cause with people who cook now. They don't realize that you could save, if you're just boiling potatoes like for potato salad, or just have potatoes on the side with butter on them. If you save that broth from the potato, first of all, it's got a crap ton. Did y'all hear that? I saved it. A crap ton of vitamins in it. And if some of the potatoes has cooked down, it's already a natural thickening agent. So Grandma used to, that's what she used to thicken her different gravies and stuff up with. Anyways, back to this. 1 onion, about 8 to 10 potatoes. And all I do is I add pepper. Now, Beefcake and I, Beefcake being my husband, that yes, that is what I call him because he's fine as frog hair. And I still, after 20-something years, y'all, I still think the man is just glorious. And I put salt in it. Now, I am not a salt person. My husband is. I'm going to try not to call him Beefcake so I don't confuse people. My husband, doesn't matter what I cook, he's going to put salt in it. For me, salt is really, really strong, so I don't need a lot of it. But, so, when I cook, I usually use the pink salt, if I have it. If not, then I will just use regular salt. But if I don't cook it the way that I like it, as far as like with this, listen, he can add more salt. I can't take out any more salt. Once it's in there, it's in there. So I, potato soup, potatoes just have to have salt, right? So I put enough in there just where it's probably good enough for me. But like I said, even if I salted it to where I think that's the way he would like it, y'all, he's still going to add salt to it. All right. That's all we're going to do. We're going to let this come to a boil and let it boil a little bit longer than necessary. Because like I said, I cut up some of those, like diced them, so that they turn to mush basically in there. And it's going to thicken itself. So all I'm going to add is later. The last thing I put in here is milk. Okay. Also, I put, for this much, I will put a whole stick of butter. I am a butter girl, you guys. I am not a margarine girl. Yes, I wash my hands. I'm not a margarine girl. I'm a butter girl, okay? And so we're just going to let that boil until the bigger chunks are soft and the little diced ones are boiled down. After that's all done, you guys, I use real bacon bits. Now, you could fry up some bacon if you want to and add it to it. Add a little bit of grease to it. Some people do that as well. But for me, I just use this. It's cheaper than a whole packet of bacon. And B, I just like them. I like them on salads. We always have this in the cabinet. And to me, it leaves just the perfect amount of bacon. So we'll get this, once this is boiling, I'm going to add this. That way, all that grease and stuff that's in this bacon, it's just going to get in there. And y'all, it's going to be scrumptious. You're going to love it. If you could taste it, you're going to love it. All right. After that, then we'll boil it a little bit more just to make sure it's thickened up a little bit. I add milk to it. Let it get hot. Come to a boil again. And that's done. I'm done with it. Then I cut up some green onions and I leave them on the side. And I have a bag of shredded cheese already. So on top of it, we just add a little bit of shredded cheese. And we also add a little bit of green onion. Now, some people don't like to put their bacon in it. Some people will put the bacon on the side and just add it to the bowl. for me, first of all, it stretches further if you've got a whole family to cook for, if you just put the bacon in it. And it'll season the whole pot. Believe you me, just this much will season that whole pot, and it will taste like you've put a pound of bacon in it. I promise. I promise. So we're just going to let that cook for a little while. I always, let me get coffee. Hold on. Y'all look at my new cup. Now y'all know that I have 2 golden retrievers. And I'm always talking about them, guys, because they're my life. And my cat is my life. My 2 golden retrievers and my cat, they're my life. And I've got a standard golden, a male, his name is Newt. And then I've got an English cream, which is white. And she's a little girl, and we call her Little Girl. And my sister got me this for fall because I've got mugs, coffee mugs, that have got like the standard golden color retriever on them, but I never had one that was an English cream that looked like an each gust. So she got me this year, and I know it's not fall anymore, but it's one of the very first cups that I grab. I'm gonna go ahead and do up these dishes, you guys, because I'm standing here and they might as well be done. I always clean my kitchen as I go because, y'all, my bedroom may be a mess. Beefcake's office might be a mess. But my bathroom and my kitchen, I have to keep those clean at all times. It's just a thing with me. It was the way I was raised. And so I don't like dishes sitting in the sink. Now, I'm not saying it never happens, but especially when my kids were home. But for the most part, I just put a bowl in here and I use it to wash as I go. That way I'm never embarrassed when company comes over. Not that I would be too embarrassed, but or not that I even answer the door to too many people, but it makes me feel good too. Just waking up to a clean kitchen, y'all, it's, oh my gosh, it's the best feeling ever, at least to me. So we're going to leave that in there. So whatever I use, I can keep washing up, put it in there. I've already got Beefcake's coffee pot clean, ready to go. I have already put his coffee together, which is one of the things that I do every night. And I have his mugs that he takes with him to work. So that's all done. That's part of I have a nightly reset, right? Where I make sure that my kitchen's clean. I make sure the counters are re-wiped down. I make sure my dog's bowls are filled with water. And, you know, everything is just in its place. And then I make sure that he has got coffee ready. Even though sometimes I'm not awake to go ahead and start the coffee, I will fill his coffee pot up with water and just set it on there, and all he's got to do is pour it in. You guys, I will get better at the things. It's just my nervousness, to tell you the truth, about doing this, because I do lives all day long, and I'm not gonna lie to you and say, oh, when I do lives, I'm not nervous. Y'all, I'm nervous. I'm nervous sometimes when I do lives, but now I'm really nervous because I'm not that great at editing yet. In fact, I'm not at all great at editing yet. So it is what it is. And we're just going to have to get through it. So it's different when I'm on a live. I've got a co-host, or I've got someone on panel with me, or I've got a chat moving, and so I could just sit there and chit chat with them and stuff. But this right here just makes me feel completely vulnerable. Especially because it's the first time. I mean, maybe everybody's going to hate it. I don't know. My living room feels a little bit of out of sorts because there's Anichka, you guys. That's a little girl. Because I have got stuff still put in places. My youngest child is a senior in college, and y'all have to excuse the noises. That's just what they do. So the tree is not decorated, and I've got all the stuff down underneath the tree and up in there and everything. He was supposed to come home 2 nights ago and help me decorate this tree because we've never not decorated together since he's been born. But the last 2 nights he has been turning over Greek life stuff that he's held offices for, because obviously he's graduating, and when they come back from the holidays, that's when the new people take over. So he's busy giving speeches, turning things over, and moving on from Greek life. I tried to keep the fire going. Y'all, I'm a pyromaniac. Everybody knows that about me. I mean, I can start a fire out there and have a bonfire going. I mean, I love doing that, and y'all, my fire never burns out. This I struggle with, and I think it's because it don't have gasoline on it, to tell you the truth. Don't do what I do. Don't use gas. It's so bad, but I use gas, and I scare the hell out of my husband and my family. Nothing tragic has happened yet. We just had an almost. Oh, it was terrible, to tell you the truth. Anyways, once that tree is decorated and the skirt is put around it, it's a live tree. We always put a live tree in this room. Then I'm pretty sure I am done decorating. I keep finding myself doing something else, adding something else. And I've noticed that my husband's doing it too, which is really odd because he is not the decorator person, right? He'll help me do whatever I ask him to do. But for some reason this year, y'all, his office in there, like, he decorated all of it. I just went in there and tweaked a little bit, not much. But he decorated his whole office. He decorated the tree in there. He, of course, did all of our outside lights because he's a Clark Griswold. So anyways, once this is done, then whatever I've got left over that's sitting out in boxes, things like that, then I can finally put them away, and then I can give my house tour. I want to do a Christmas house tour this year, which is only going to be, this living room belongs to me and my dogs. I'll show you. Little girl. And there's Newt. Newt, you going to say hi? Oh, thank you so much, buddy. And then if you look way over there on the desk, that is Wednesday, the cat, who thinks she's a dog. And I have to feed her up there because if not, then my dogs think that that's treats in her little bowl. So they'll eat it. Anyways, back to this. My vlogs, I only wanted them to be like at the most 20 minutes, like maybe at the very most 30 minutes, right? But keep it around 20 minutes. This one might be a little bit longer depending on how long the soup is going to take, which I don't think I'm going to get it done. But I will tell you, I will take pictures of it and put it up on my community post for those that want to see the end look of it. But I want to keep them at maximum 30 minutes, but right around 20 minutes is what I would rather do. And my idea for this is just talk Christmas. I talk about a lot on my channel. in my lives and things like that. I mean, there's nothing that believe you me, there is nothing that we do not talk about on my channel. We're just respectful to each other. And a lot of times we'll disagree, but we're adults, and we adult on my channel. And if you can't adult, then, you know, the moderators, they do what they do best, and they get rid of ugly people. And so I just only wanted to do VlogMas, as they call it. So I want to try to do one a day if I can work it in with my huge, large family and things that are going on in my own life. But I want to try to do one a day. So if you guys can do me a favor, put it on whenever you're driving or taking a shower or cleaning or making your bed or whatever. Put it on 2 times the speed. Give me a thumbs up. And there's this other button out there now, you guys, and I haven't done a whole lot of research with it yet, but it's called the hype button. And if you hype it, supposedly it's supposed to go further out into the YouTube verse. And the only reason I'm asking that, I don't ever ask that on my lives or when I'm doing stuff on my channel. The reason why I'm asking everybody, if you don't mind hyping the video and liking the video, is because it will let me see if this is content that my subscribers would like to see, or people that are new to the channel would like to see, or should I just keep doing it with my According to Leanie channel, or should I just open up another channel and just do things that I love doing, which is cleaning, homemaking. I don't like cooking, but I will cook. Rearranging things, DIYs, different hauls. I love to thrift and find good deals. I love to repaint and rearrange and redo. I love all that stuff. And I really love organization. Organization makes me happy. So if that's your jam, if you will do me a favor, don't watch that. If you will do me a favor, hit the like button and hit the hype so that it goes out further. I will be able to gauge how these videos are doing and decide whether it's wise for me just to keep doing lives, which I plan to keep doing anyways. But everything that I do in a vlog, I could actually do in a live. Or should I just incorporate vlogs as well, if that makes sense? So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about vlogs versus lives versus, I mean, what are you looking for? When you sit down or you're on the go and you've got YouTube on, let me know in the comments what your jam is. What do you like? What do you watch? What is your go-tos? You know, I can't promise I can be your go-to because listen, let me tell y'all something. I am not everybody's cup of tea. All right. Add a little bit of liquor to it sometimes. Listen, you will laugh your butts off. But I understand even liquor doesn't help people with me sometimes. I can be a lot, and I have a big personality, and I'm very animated, and I do silly stuff. So if you think that's your jam, check us out. Pick a live, check out a couple of lives. Unfortunately, most of my lives are pretty long. I've been trying to shorten them down to no more than 2 hours. But when we started this channel, it's been almost 2 years now. When we started this channel, y'all, we were doing 10-hour lives. I wore everybody out. I did, because I knew I wanted to monetize, but I didn't want to monetize like to make it my job or monetize to like ask people for money or anything like that. The only reason why I wanted to monetize was that I wanted some really cute, probably inappropriate emojis for my channel. And 2, I wanted to make just enough money to run a channel. When you're doing lives and you're doing panels and things like that, you know, you pay for a streaming service. So I had to pay for StreamYard. And then at the same time, I was paying for YouTube Premium. So we didn't have to worry about watching any of the commercials or anything. We could just go right to it. There's just, if you're using YouTube Premium, you have a lot more choices music-wise and things like that, right? So I paid for that, and then now I'm paying for this editing service, or I have paid. It's a one-time thing or once-a-year thing, whatever. And so the only money that I ever thought, well, gee, that I need is money just so that I felt like if anybody wanted to watch my content or hang out with me, then, God, I don't want this to sound terrible, but it's probably going to sound terrible anyways. There's no other way to put it. But I thought maybe we could all work together and $5 here, $5 there for memberships. That would pay for everything we needed so that I could go live at any time I wanted to, or anytime Peggy puts on my one of my videos, Lainey, go live. You know, I like going live. I like doing different stuff with her. I love meeting new people and having a good time and a great laugh and being real and making fun of myself and making fun of Maggie and making fun of my subs and my mods, and then make fun of me. Listen, no, I laugh at nobody any greater than I laugh at myself, because I know I do some silly stuff. So let me know in comments what you're looking for. Let me know if you hate it. Listen, I'm not offended. If you hate this, just say, Leanie, you freaking suck. We're not coming back. Like, this sucks. But if you dig it, then just say, maybe I'll stick around for a little while. Impress me. Let's do that. So anyways, this first vlog is just a little bit different because I wanted to explain what I want to do. So my goal is, like I said, to put up a vlog that'll be hopefully 20 minutes each time. And for the days that I'm not live, maybe my subs will pay attention and want to watch. And then we're going to just talk about different things, Christmas, all things Christmas, just for this month. Different stories, different meanings for me, different meanings for you. If I see something in the comments that you would like me to cover and it has to do with Christmas, I don't mind doing that or talking about it, or get, you know, it's just another way to reach out to people. And hopefully, if you need a family, you'll check out According to Leanie, because we seriously, I feel like we are that. And for the most part, in almost 2 years, February will be 2 years that I've had a channel. Probably most of the people that come into chat have been there since day one and never left. And some will leave, and some will come, and some will go, and some will come back and then leave again. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Everybody's welcome, as long as we can be respectful to each other. And I don't want to do the drama. I just want to do the drama of real life, like freaking menopause and not fitting into the right pants anymore, and trying to lose weight and get off Diet Coke, and I smoke, and trying to get off cigarettes, and trying to get my little girl right here pregnant, and why my cat always lays on my feet if she's not laying with little girl, and why we can't seem to get Newt to get little girl pregnant, because little girl's like, you talking about me? Because Newt will not mount. you know, we ride roller coasters. We cook stuff. Oh, if you guys only knew, the latest tragedy that I had was deciding to cut my hair while I was watching TV. Oh, it was so sad. But anyways, I'm going to get it fixed. It needs to be fixed. I've done enough work with it where, y'all, I butchered half of my hair. I literally have two levels of hair. Does that make sense? Like, I was trying to do the Brad Mondo, which I've done before, and did a really good job at it, but I was standing in front of a mirror. This time I was watching TV thinking, okay, it's just basically two cuts for the Brad Mondo. You just put two ponytails in, pull it forward, clip, clip, you're done. That's all I did in front of the mirror, I think. So I'll just watch TV and do it. It's no big... You know, don't ever do that. It's so silly. And so now, instead of being like a beautiful cascade of layered hair, it's literally like a shelf in the back of my head. And then another shelf. And that's it. So I'm going to have to go to my sister and listen to her bless me out for this. And get my hair fixed. And I don't know how short she's going to have to do it to fix my hair because I trashed it. I trashed my hair. All right, let's go take one more look. Ooh, that hurt to stand up, y'all. Let's go take one more look and see how the potato soup's doing. Looks like it's going to be about 40 minutes. I'm probably just going to let it go and not try to edit it. And then I will end this first Vlogmas. Y'all. Now the brown that you guys are seeing, for those that just got here, that's all pepper, you guys, on top. It's just pepper. There are potatoes in here. I'm going to give you guys the recipe again one more time. I just cut potatoes, some in chunks, some diced, so that the diced will actually turn into, you know, they'll turn to mush. They'll basically boil out, and that's how I thicken it. I don't add any y'all, I'm drawing a blank. I don't add any flour or cornstarch to thicken mine. I actually use the potatoes. After this is done and it comes to a boil, I am going to add real bacon bit pieces. Okay, a whole bag of this in here. And then I'm going to slowly cook this. Right now I've just got it on a medium heat. I'm going to slowly cook this until a lot of the potato has already mushed out. And there's just a few little chunks here and there in it. And then all I add to it is some milk after that. Now, what I forgot to tell you that I did put in here, of course, is the pepper that you see. My husband and I love pepper. And we absolutely will put more pepper in our bowl. So I put pepper and salt and a whole stick of butter. And this is about 8 to 10 potatoes. I just can't remember right now. I will, once all this is done, I'll add milk towards the end, stir it up, let it bubble. I'm gonna put it on the back of the stove to cool, because this is my husband and my dinner for tomorrow night and the night after. That's why it's such a big pot. Oh, and also there is one cut up onion in there, Vidalia onion. And then when we put it in a bowl, I cut up a little bit of green onion, and we put a little bit of green onion on the top with some, I use sharp cheddar cheese, and we put a little bit of that. And y'all, I'm telling you, bada bing, bada bang, that stuff is so good. I mean, it goes right to your gizzards, and you're just like, oh, I know there's 8 inches of snow outside right now, y'all, but my stomach is so warm, and you feel all like home cooking, y'all. Nothing like it, even though I hate it. I like the feeling of holiness and goodness, especially during this time of year. All right, y'all, that's it for this first one. Thank you so much. Again, hit the like for me. Hit the hype button, and hopefully this gets out to other people. This is just, we're trying to figure out on the channel what way we're going to go with it. And I pretty much explained that during this time. So if you don't mind doing both of those things so that we can get a good idea, understanding of what people are looking for, I would appreciate it so much. You guys stay tuned for tomorrow. There'll be another one up. I'll be showing different scenes of my house. And this weekend, or it'll probably be Monday or Tuesday night next week, I will be doing my home tour, my Christmas home tour. So y'all stay tuned for that too. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I hope you guys have a blessed rest of the week. Y'all stay warm. Bye.